husband that, the language is inappropriate, it's not acceptable. And I was surprised because that is not the man that I know.
These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what the View's audience loves. It is targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now, this is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
I have this huge platform on The View, and I just started thinking about giving voice to the voiceless.
Buckle up, folks, because the world of daytime TV just exploded with drama that'll make your head spin. Melania Trump, the former first lady we all thought was content to stay in the shadows, has come out swinging with a $100 million defamation lawsuit against The View. Yeah, you heard that right, $100 million. This isn't just some celebrity catfight. It's a legal battle that could turn the entire entertainment industry on its head. And at the center of this storm, none other than Sunny Hostin, the sharp-tongued co-host who might have finally bitten off more than she can chew. Could this be the end of Sunny's career? Will The View's loudmouth ladies finally learn to think before they speak? The stakes have never been higher, and the tea has never been hotter. Let's not kid ourselves, this drama didn't come out of nowhere. The View has been taking potshots at Melania since day one of the Trump presidency. Remember when they tore into her for redesigning the Rose Garden? Or how about those endless jokes about her hating Christmas? It's like they had a personal vendetta, a checklist of ways to drag Melania through the mud on live TV. Sure, some viewers ate it up, laughing along as The View ripped into the First Lady day after day. But Melania's supporters? They've been seething, waiting for the day when someone would finally stand up to what they see as a liberal media hit job. And now it looks like that day has finally come. Here's the kicker. Melania has always played it cool. While the media had a field day during Trump's presidency, she kept her lips sealed tight. But this time, oh honey, the gloves are off, and she's ready to rumble. Word on the street is that The View finally crossed a line that Melania couldn't ignore. Forget the petty jabs about Christmas decorations. This time, they went for the jugular. They didn't just imply that Melania can't stand her husband. They practically painted her as a prisoner in her own marriage, desperate to escape the moment Trump's back is turned. But it gets even juicier. The View had the audacity to suggest that Melania's secretly pro-choice, painting her as some kind of closet liberal at odds with her husband's staunch anti-associate stance. For Melania, this wasn't just gossip, it was character assassination, pure and simple. And let's talk about Sunny Hostin for a minute. She's always been known for her razor-sharp tongue, but this time she might have cut herself. Sunny didn't just participate in the Melania-bashing, she led the charge. She doubled down hard, claiming that Melania absolutely loathes her public role, can't stand her husband, and regrets every minute she spent as First Lady. Now, The View might try to brush this off as just another day of sassy commentary, but Melania's legal team, they're calling it what it is, straight up defamation, and they're out for blood. But here's where it gets really interesting. This lawsuit isn't just about Melania Trump getting even. It's about setting a precedent that could shake the foundations of daytime TV as we know it. For years, shows like The View have been pushing the envelope, spouting off unverified claims and wild speculations under the guise of just having a conversation. If Melania wins this case, it could force a major reckoning in how TV personalities approach controversial topics, especially when it comes to public figures. Imagine a world where talk show hosts actually have to think twice before running their mouths, where freedom of speech isn't a get-out-of-jail-free card for reckless commentary. This lawsuit could be the wake-up call that the entire industry needs. Of course, The View isn't about to roll over and play dead. Their legal team is already gearing up for a fight, likely planning to argue that their remarks are protected speech. But here's the thing. Melania's lawyers aren't some run-of-the-mill ambulance chasers. They're heavy hitters with a track record of taking down giants. And with $100 million on the line, you better believe they're coming in hot. Meanwhile, the public is eating this drama up like it's the last season of their favorite reality show. Melania's supporters are rallying behind her, praising her for finally standing up to what they see as years of liberal media bias. On the flip side, The View's defenders are crying foul, arguing that Melania knew exactly what she was signing up for when she married into the Trump circus. But let's zoom out for a second and look at the bigger picture. Melania's defamation claim isn't just about hurt feelings. It's about the very real harm that can come from unchecked media commentary. In today's world, where the line between fact and opinion is blurrier than ever, this case could force a long overdue conversation about accountability in journalism. Think about it. Can talk shows really say whatever they want about public figures without facing any consequences? Should they be able to? This lawsuit has the potential to redefine not just daytime TV, but the legal boundaries of media commentary as a whole. The View now faces a crucial decision. Will they double down and fight tooth and nail to defend their brand of unfiltered real talk? Or will this serve as a wake-up call, forcing networks to rein in their hosts and prioritize fact-checking over sensationalism? Either way, the outcome of this case could change the face of daytime TV forever. Behind the scenes, sources say the tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife. The network is reportedly in full-on panic mode, holding emergency meetings left and right as they try to figure out how to shield the show from further fallout. Word is they're even considering bringing in crisis management experts to help navigate this PR nightmare. As for Sunny Hostin, insiders claim she's feeling the heat like never before. Rumor has it that network execs have taken her aside, strongly advising her to tone down her rhetoric on air. But if you know anything about Sunny, you know she's not one to back down from a fight. Don't be surprised if she comes out swinging, doubling down on her right to speak her mind no matter the consequences. And don't forget the word insider notorious. Visit cricket.com/andmelania. This lawsuit shows a side of her that the public has rarely seen. Gone is the quiet, reserved first lady who let the media walk all over her. In her place stands a woman ready to fight tooth and nail to protect her name, her image, and her legacy. Make no mistake, this isn't just about the money. It's about making an example out of The View and sending a crystal clear message to anyone who thinks they can drag her through the mud without consequences. The ripple effects of this lawsuit are already being felt across the media landscape. Other talk shows are reportedly scrambling to review their own archives, terrified that they might be next on the chopping block. It's like watching a bunch of kids desperately trying to clean up their mess before mom gets home, except in this case, mom is armed with a team of high-powered lawyers and a $100 million axe to grind. Social media is having a field day with all of this, of course. Hashtags like Melania vs. The View and Sunny in Trouble are trending nonstop, with users passionately debating whether this lawsuit is a long overdue stand against media bias or just another example of the rich and powerful trying to silence their critics. But here's where things could get really interesting. If Melania wins this case, or even if she manages to force a significant settlement, it could open the floodgates for other celebrities and public figures to take legal action against media outlets. Imagine a world where every snide remark, every meme, every gossip segment could potentially land a talk show in court. The entertainment industry might need to create an entire new division just to handle all the legal disputes. Of course, this whole situation begs the question, is this really about defamation, or is there something deeper going on? Some conspiracy theorists are already spinning wild tales about this being part of a larger Trump family strategy to discredit the media ahead of the next election. Others are whispering about secret deals and behind-the-scenes power plays that the public knows nothing about. Could Melania's lawsuit be the opening salvo in a larger war against what the Trumps see as a biased media landscape? Is this all part of some grand plan to reshape the rules of engagement between public figures and the press? Or is it simply a case of a woman who's finally had enough of being the butt of everyone's jokes? One thing's for sure, this lawsuit has the potential to set a precedent that could change the game for years to come. If Melania wins, it could usher in a new era of caution in the media, where hosts and commentators think twice before making bold claims about public figures. On the flip side, if The View comes out on top, it could be seen as a reaffirmation of the media's right to speculate and comment on public figures without fear of legal repercussions. As the legal battle heats up, you can bet that every word spoken on The View will be scrutinized like never before. Will the hosts dial back their commentary, or will they double down on their right to speak freely? And how will this affect the show's ratings? Some predict that the controversy will actually boost viewership as people tune in to see if the hosts will address the elephant in the room. Meanwhile, Melania Trump finds herself back in the spotlight, a place she's often seemed uncomfortable. But this time, she's the one calling the shots. This lawsuit paints a picture of a woman who's no longer content to sit back and let others define her narrative. It's a bold move that's sure to reshape public perception of the former First Lady, well, for better or worse. And as we wait for this legal drama to unfold, one thing is clear. The world of daytime TV will never be the same. Whether you're Team Melania or Team View, there's no denying that this lawsuit has the potential to reshape the landscape of media commentary for years to come. So grab your popcorn and settle in, folks, because this show is just getting started.